So the episode began with Candace singing about forever. She was rehearsing for her play. Then Todrick walks in. And little Todrick, they come and they sit down and they have a little moment. And all of a sudden they start talking about prenups. And she's asking Todrick again, how do he feel about prenups? She asked him one time before in the bed. I think it was earlier this season or last season. And he was like, that he basically didn't know how he felt about it. Now, the situation came up again. Candace is like, she says to in her confessionals that, the play that we're working on now is something that we did together. But all my achievements before you ain't got nothing to do with you. And I feel like you shouldn't have a right to my shit, which I agree. And Todd was like, well, it's cool or whatever. They ended up squashing it after that. Now, Kenya. Poor Kenya. They're having a little memorial service for a little Velveeta, Kenya's dog Velvet, who passed away. Now, if you remember last week, she invited Candace and she also invited Cynthia to the memorial service, the goodbye to Velveeta. And the only one that showed up to the memorial service was Sister Lori, her aunt with the old nasty piece of blonde hair. Another one of Kenya friends, and Cynthia Bailey. And she arrived with her cute little fluffy fox-looking dog, Bailey. This the dog's name is Bailey. It was so sad, child. Aunt Lori had her little her paper, she had her card, and she was just, I'm just so sorry, we love Velveeta. She was a part of the family, and everybody who couldn't be there was there in spirit. No, they didn't want to fucking come, Aunt Lori. Clearly. But, maybe at the end of the day, Candace was working, and Candy, when she can't make an event, she do say in advance that she can't make it if she's busy. I can't say that about Candace. Now, the rest of them, they probably would have came anyway. So it was very sad. Kenya, bye, Velvet. Bye, Velvet. Just over the top. That's Miss Kenya, her child is twirl. Now we go on to the next scene. Phaedra is being congratulated by her beautiful son, Aiden, and her also beautiful husband, Apollo, but also dumb. And they're congratulating her, and it's very cute. And Aiden said he made a cake for her. It's just an adorable scene. And Phaedra's like, Apollo is an idiot. He doesn't understand all the things that women go through. Because Apollo had made a comment, he was like, maybe this will take the stress off. Nigga, if you really think that the only stress that I have in my life, that was in my life, was me studying, trying to be mortuary, getting my mortuary license. If you really think that's my only stress, you're crazy. You're also a big ass pain because you got to take care of you because you are a fool. Child, a mess. So then it goes to the next scene, and Sister Portia. We see Portia in her ass and her body. Portia gives good body. Portia's body is snatched to the gods, to the hair gods, to the sun gods, to the toe gods, to the ass gods, to the thigh gods, to the knuckle gods. Portia's body is everything. And she has these old nasty piece of cowboy boots with the shingles and shit. Yes, Miss Portia, give them hell. Eat it up. Eat it all up, bitch. And she opens the door, and her sister is there who looks just like her, and also her mother, aka Shaka Khan. And so they came in there swishing and shit, and swishing and clicking and clacking and shit. Hey girl, hey sis. And they sit down on the couch, and Portia starts to go into the fact that she's officially divorced now. Basically, she talked to, a lawyer, and she decided not to go to court with Cordisha. She decided just to, just have a little private meeting and just sign the divorce papers and go on. And come to find out that Cordisha ain't nowhere to be found. He's been MIA. He didn't even show up to the signage. And so, she started getting emotional about that. It was a big step because Portia is finally officially single. She's finally officially free to twerk and say dumb things again even more, and just be free. Be the real Portia. Be the true Portia, whomever she is that she wants to be. And so congratulations to Miss Portia Stewart. Her mom, Shaka Khan, she starts to make a comment and she goes, why do you still have on the ring? You're officially divorced now, bitch. Take off the ring. Portia's like, oh, I do have on the ring, don't I? Bitch, you know you still had on that ring. You don't let nobody do nothing that you don't want to do. You ain't have to take off that ring for your mama and for your sister or whomever else. You can keep your ring as long as you want to keep your damn ring, okay? Shit, bitch, you ought to pawn it. But she ended up dropping it in the champagne and walking off. Now, Cynthia. Cynthia, the beautiful Cynthia, and her also beautiful sister, Mallory. Mallory starts to talk to Cynthia, and she tells her that, I guess she told her, off camera or past episodes, that she needs to cater to her man. That Cynthia has openly said that her and Peter's sex life is a little dull, and it's been dull for a while. Mostly it's been dull. One reason she said was because of her tumors, and I guess she is just busy or she just didn't feel like sleeping with Peter. Or it's probably because Peter is sleeping with men on the side, but never mind. So, her and her sister is acting this whole little situation out that Cynthia's getting ready to have because she's waiting on Peter to come home. And Cynthia's practicing her sexy voice, and she's trying to be all sexy with it, and it is pure comedy. It's so hilarious. Cynthia is a beautiful woman, but she is so not in touch with her sexy side for some reason. And that was a little funny to watch. And she's acting it out with her sister, and it's just a fucking key. Cynthia is a hot ass mess. So Peter walks in, and Peter basically instantly, he just starts laughing at her. What the hell are you doing? And she's like, baby, I'm trying to be sexy for him. I'm trying to be sexy. I'm trying to be sexy. And Peter's just like, have a damn seat. Like, this is so not you. Like, you didn't have to do this. Peter probably just got finished getting head or giving head to somebody in the park or something. And so, he just pretty much thought it was a joke. Cynthia's still trying to play sexy and making him eat the strawberries and stuff. And she, was talking about, do you want me to twerk for you? And he's like, you can't do that shit. So they end up going up the stairs and having their own little moment. Cut to Lanethea. She talks to Greg, and she's been having some pains up under her right breast and like in her back. And excuse me. And she's like, Gregory, I need to go to the doctor, damn it. I need to go to the doctor. There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with my titty. I don't know what's going on. It's just something freaking wrong with me. And I'm scared and I'm nervous and I really want this over with, So she ended up, going to the hospital and all that jazz. Now, let's cut to the biggest scene of the episode of the season finale. The most important scene, I guess, which was the ending. And it is officially time for Candace's play. Everybody's nervous. Everybody's scared. Everybody's wondering, what the fuck is Portia gonna do? Can Portia pull this off? Is Portia good enough? Portia has been slacking. Portia has been missing meetings. Portia has been rescheduling out the ass like she's Mariah Carey. And everybody's just like, they're very nervous. And Candace, this is her first play. This play is based on her relationship with Todd and her mother and how she don't approve. And everybody's just scared and everybody's just nervous, and it's just a big ass deal. And so all the girls arrived. I believe, well, of course, Portia and Candy was there. It was in the play. Also, who arrived was Sister Cynthia. She's always there to support people. She looks great. And Kenya, who arrives with Aunt Cisco. Shouts out to Dom White for that. Her lovely Aunt Lori. Us Black Blondes got to stick together. And then she walks in, and oh, and also Phaedra was there, of course. Phaedra and Apollo, and Peter, and all the queens. And as I'm sitting down watching this play, I'm actually thinking to myself that wow, this is really, really good. The play was really, really good. Before the play, Mama Joyce got to meet Eddie Labert, and he asked her if she really liked that, and she's like, I haven't seen the play before." She doesn't know, and of course we all know that she's probably worse than the way that Candy portrayed her during the play. And she also meets Shirley Murdoch, and it's all grits and gravy at that point. And everybody's facial expressions during the whole play was absolutely hilarious. Um, they had made, Portia had made a joke about Jupiter and something, and she was like something about some planets, and it was wrong. It was actually the galaxies. And Cynthia and Phaedra made a comment like, "Damn, Portia's playing herself," and so that was pretty cute and pretty funny. And overall, the play did pretty well. That aunt who was playing Candy's aunt, Nora, I think, the lady who was singing, she turned it out. I need to know her name. If you guys know the lady's name that was in Candace's play, who played Candace's aunt, who was talking with Shirley Murdoch, who was based on Mama Joyce, telling her that she's wrong for disapproving of their relationship and all that. If y'all know who the hell that is, please let me know below in the comment section who that lady was, because she is sickening. A lot of celebrity guests came. Tyler Perry was there. Who else was there? Tyler Perry was there. Yeah, Tyler Perry was there. So if anybody else came, also leave that below, darling, below. And that was pretty much the episode. Of course, they gave their farewell messages at the end by their pictures, and apparently Portia is dating an African tycoon like Kenya. She got absolutely no alimony from her divorce. So sad. Child, I would have took that nigga for everything he's worth. All that shit he put me through, child, please. And the rest of the girls, whatever, fuck it. Now, this episode was also attached to a Watch What Happens Live episode with Mr. Andy Cohen, darling. And he was sitting down talking to Lanithia. I've just been talking so much. I love you want to know what this is. It's almond milk and a little bit of pre-con. Now, Andy Cohen sits down and he talks to Lanithia, Bigfoot Nene. And she's sitting down and she looks great. She's lost a little bit of weight. She's on Dancing with the Stars. She's not going to win, but she's on Dancing with the Stars. And, she's there doing her thing and being all Lanithia. And he starts to ask her certain questions. And I'm pretty much just going to give her a little overview of the interview. Now, at first, he asked her about the whole Kenya versus Portia fight that we know occurred. Everybody knows that it was a fight that happened at the reunion between Portia and Kenya. And apparently Kenya, was picking with Portia and being Kenya and being annoying and starting shit with Portia. Kenya knows who to fuck with. She don't fuck with Candace. She tried Cynthia, but that didn't work. And, she tried Nene and all that. But anyway, from the beginning, Kenya and Portia did not really like each other. It was mainly Kenya's fault. And Portia really don't bother Kenya. Portia don't really bother anybody. She's harmless. But Kenya, is the shit starter of the show, and she loves drama, so she, kept picking on Portia. Now, back to Lanithia. Lanithia is pretty much like that. Kenya kept nitpicking and nitpicking, and when you constantly pick on people, and when you constantly try and make fun of people, after a while that starts to weigh on you and you just blow up and explode. Now she was like, something did happen, but like a lot of bloggers and a lot of different people like blew it out of proportion, that it really wasn't that serious as it seemed. And so she's like, it was a pretty big deal, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm assuming that Portia got up, then Kenya got up, just based on the clips. Portia got up, then Kenya got up, and I think maybe Portia grabbed her hair, and I don't know, maybe Kenya hit her back, and maybe Portia um, knocked her ass down or something. I don't know. But she was like, she don't agree with the way that Portia handled it. I would have handled it differently, and bitch, whatever. Andy asked her about Marlo, and first of all, she called her manho, Nene. And I was like, okay, Nene, girl, yeah. And she's pretty much like, during Nene's special, I Dream of Nene, when she was getting remarried to Gregory, Marlo was one of her bridesmaids. she, who said it? I think it was for It's Rocks or Sweet Addictions TV, Candy. One of those girls, they said that that Nene has a problem with S's. She don't, or maybe it was B Bondi. She was like, Nene has a problem with her S's. She don't like S's in words, and so she don't pronounce them properly. And that makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. Bridemaid. And so, as we all know, Marlo was her bridesmaid, and Marlo was like the troublesome bridesmaid. She was the one that was kind of, sort of trying to make it about her. She was the one that was complaining a lot, just drama, just so Marlo. And Nene was like, after she got married, and after everything happened with Marlo and how Marlo was acting after the wedding, she kind of reevaluated a lot of things, and she was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a break from this person. I need a break from this person. And apparently, and Nene was like, I didn't call her, she didn't call me, and so I decided to just simply just take a break from Miss Marlo for a while. And I guess Nene took the fact that Marlo didn't try and reach out to her personally, that, what the fuck did I just say? Bitch, I'm saying that Nene took it personally that Marlo did not try and reach out to her, even though Nene wasn't trying to talk to Marlo. And the fact that Marlo was getting close to Kenya really irked her, because Nene is the type of person that if you're friends with her, apparently whether you're talking to her at the time or not, then if you're friends with her, you can't be friends with somebody she despises. And Kenya is somebody that Nene hates with a passion, apparently. And, she was upset once she found out that Marlo was filming with Kenya, that she felt like she should have told her. But bitch, y'all wasn't talking. Why does that matter? Why should Marlo have to tell you everything that's going on with you? You was the one that stopped talking to her. And so apparently her and Marlo is not cool anymore. It's so fucking hot. Like, I can't. Apparently her and Marlo is not cool anymore. And I guess she blames a lot of that on Kenya, which is really, really stupid. Nene, really, bitch, grow up. At this point, you are really tired and annoying. But Nene also starts to go on and talk about Cynthia. Now, this was pretty much at the ending of the episode. It was just 30 minutes. And she was pretty much like that she felt like Cynthia is the type of person that blows wherever the wind blows. If this person is popular in hip hop and now, then that's who Cynthia is gonna roll with. and which is true because I remember a couple of seasons ago when Sheree was still there, and the girls and Sheree and Kim was still there, and they ended up going to Africa. And I remember the safari ride. It was Candace, Phaedra, Cynthia, and Sheree, and they was in the Jeep going around seeing the animals in Africa. And Cynthia was pretty much like agreeing with everything that the girl said about Nene, that she's a trip, and just saying a lot of stuff about Nene and Marlo. And basically, Cynthia agreed with them, which is true. I don't. Cynthia is kind of a flip flop type of person, but I don't really take it personally, like to the point where she means to be a bitch or something, or she means to be two faced. I just think she just wants everybody to get along, and she wants to get along with everybody. That's pretty much, how I feel about it. And she's basically like, she didn't appreciate that Cynthia was sitting next to Kenya, I guess, and acting like her and Kenya are good Judies and shit. And I was just like, that is so childish. Nene, please. Like but with my if my best friend just so happened to be cool with somebody I don't like, I can't not tell my best friend not to hang with them anymore because I don't like them. Just don't bring that bitch around when I'm around. Like, I really don't understand that. Can somebody please explain to me Nene's logic when it comes to that? She was really reading Cynthia and Kenya down. Like, I understand Kenya, but she was reading Cynthia down as if she was never her friend. She was like, oh, Cynthia was a good friend. I believe she was a good friend. And she's like, Cynthia's not as innocent as you all may think. Um, she said and done certain things, and I truly believe what Marlo said, that you have to kiss Nene's ass to be her friend, and that's just the truth. And once you do one little thing wrong to her, it's completely over. But she can do whatever she wants to do with you. Child, tell me. Oh my gosh, this is just. I'm so fucking hot, and Nene just pissed me off. Anyway, leave your comments below. Tell me what you guys thought about the season finale of The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 6, episode 22. It is over with. I am Mr. Chalaki at Is King's World on Twitter, and Chase King was here on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for watching this. This review is long enough, and I just really appreciate the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys that's coming to my channel. It's slowly growing. It's slowly, doing its thing. And I really appreciate all the likes, the comments, etc., the shares, all of that. I really, really do. I love you guys, and continue to watch my reviews. This is over. I'm a little sad. This is a good season. Andy also said during the whole Watch What Happens Live with Lenithia that this was the highest rated season ever. And so, yay. Congrats to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know. None of us know if they're going to add a new cast member to the Housewives when it comes back on, whenever, next year, I guess. Or if they're going to X somebody. So we shall see. Anyway, it's been all grits and gravy, and thank you guys so much once again. Bye. Oh, darling, I need a paper towel, darling.